Whatever you believe in, it is hard to deny that there are many things in the world that just can't be explained. Events that leave even skeptics shaking their heads and covering their mouths. The supernatural has always divided us, with people either believing in ghostly entities or thinking the entire thing is a joke. However, how do we explain these videos? Videos that seemingly show spirits that cannot be explained. So today on Top 5 Scary Videos, I'm going to be counting down our list of the top 5 scariest real ghosts caught on camera. Before we begin though, be sure to stick around until the end of the video where I'll be responding to some of your comments. And with that, let's jump in. Coming in at number 5, we have The Woods. This video was taken by a man named Carlos from Barcelona in 2016, who would often film himself while on hikes in the forest at night. Since recording this video, Carlos has not gone on a nighttime hike since. So, let's proceed. The video begins with Carlos walking down a pitch black trail before hearing twigs breaking all around him. If that wasn't spooky enough, he begins to turn his camera from ahead of him to behind him, and once again ahead of him. However, when the camera faces front, we can see a figure in the darkness dressed in black with white hands and a white face. Carlos turns and begins to run, as you would. He makes it to a clearing before stopping and panning the camera down, where we can clearly see the figure, once again, this time standing next to 3 cement blocks and staring up at Carlos. Carlos moves once again and this time takes a seat. Not sure why, but once again the figure emerges from a clearing. Thankfully though, Carlos finds a hole in the side of a cliff that he crawls into. He waits before peeking out and seeing that the coast is clear. So he exits. However, when he turns around to face the hole he just crawled out of, the face of a woman can be seen. Carlos runs and he never looks back. Why would you ever go on a nighttime hike in the first place and record yourself? It is beyond me. What do you guys think though? Do you believe this video is real, or is Carlos fooling us all? Classic Carlos. Coming in at number 4, girls see ghost and run. Now this video begins with the mother filming her 2 daughters who are seemingly eating dinner at a small child-sized dinner table. It's quite adorable actually, but I digress, because suddenly the older daughter, who is facing the kitchen, which is pitch black, becomes very distressed, appearing to look off at something in the distance and crying. The other girl, who has her back facing the kitchen, turns around multiple times asking, "What? Seemingly seeing nothing from within the shadows. However, the older daughter is clearly distressed, looking back and forth between the kitchen and her mother, saying things like, "It scared me, I'm scared." The other sister attempts to reassure her, telling her everything's okay, but it doesn't seem to help. The mother keeps questioning her daughter as to why she is scared, but she doesn't give an answer. The young daughter, however, keeps looking back, sees nothing, and then begins to laugh like a crazy person, which is arguably one of the most terrifying parts of the entire video. Children laughing. Not for me. The mother asks once again, "What are you scared of?" with the daughter pointing to the shadows in the kitchen. However, it all becomes too much for the daughter, who breaks down in tears and leaves the table, heading over to her mother. The younger daughter once again turns around. This time though, she finally sees whatever it is her sister was so scared of, and screams a blood-curdling scream, shoving the table and running towards her mother. So what did the 2 girls see? We'll probably never know, and frankly, I don't think I ever want to know. Coming in at number 3, we have The Abandoned House. A ghost hunter named Adventure Allah in Saudi Arabia filmed himself exploring a supposedly haunted house that is now completely abandoned. Now, I should preface this point by saying that viewers of this video have been quick to point out ghosts, jinns, demons, and even strange creatures lurking within the video. But the question is, can you spot them? Well, let's proceed. The video consists of the man exploring the abandoned home. However, throughout the video you can hear loud banging coming from different locations within the house. He roams around opening doors but seemingly finding no one. However, the banging continues. He follows the sounds, but they continue to avoid him, with the noises appearing in the previous location he was in. When he investigates, it disappears. However, arguably one of the scariest parts of the video comes when he hears a noise coming from inside a room, leading to a wardrobe. He attempts to open it, but to no avail. However, the doors then open and then seemingly close on their own. This continues for the duration of the video, with him catching seemingly stable and heavy objects moving around on their own, with loud banging coming from various parts of the house. What do you guys think though? Real or fake? Coming in at number 2, we have the Sally House. Now this one comes to us from BuzzFeed Unsolved. For those who don't know, BuzzFeed Unsolved is a documentary web series that first aired on YouTube back in 2016 and has subsequently run for 11 seasons. The show follows Ryan Bergara and co-host Shane Madej, who discuss unsolved crimes, haunted places, alleged demonic possessions, and historical occurrences. Now, in this specific episode, they investigate the Sally House in Atchison, Kansas. Now, a quick backstory of the property. The Sally House was built in the mid-1800s and is believed to be haunted by a little girl named Sally, who died in the house during an appendicitis surgery. However, it is now believed that the house is haunted by multiple spirits and evil entities. The house is said to be the most haunted house in all of Kansas. As of today, it's standing vacant because nobody wants to live there. So, of course, this is the perfect location for Brian and Shane to visit. The pair head into the kitchen with a flashlight sitting on the kitchen counter. Shane continuously begs for any of the ghostly entities to turn on the light, while Ryan begs that they don't. Shane then says to the spirits, "If you don't like us, turn the lights on." The light then turns on out of nowhere. To make matters worse, they both approach the flashlight once again, stating, "Please turn the lights off, spirits." And what happens? The light goes off. Very creepy indeed. And finally, coming in at number 1, we have Dalhousie Castle. Helen Parker is an Australian news reporter reporting from the Dalhousie Castle in Scotland, a castle which is notorious for being haunted. However, Helen, a skeptic, decides to explore the location alone to prove everybody wrong. When you think of an 800-year-old castle, you think ghosts, spirits lurking in the stone halls, distressed spirits haunting the tunnels. However, for Helen, she has never believed in ghosts or spirits. So, at 2 a.m, she decides to go to the dungeons alone. Just her and her camera. Brilliant idea, Helen. Perfect. She sets up the camera facing a handful of tables, herself, and creepy looking armor. Helen herself is facing the only door in the room. She starts off by saying that there have been no signs of any ghostly entities in the dungeons, just as she predicted. However, Helen makes a terrible mistake by beginning to taunt the supposedly ghostly residents. She refers to the castle as hocus pocus before saying, "Maybe there is no such thing as ghosts whatsoever." However, just moments later, Helen leans back in her chair, examines the room, before a handful of bangs can be heard from behind her. Helen then screams and runs from her chair. She then grabs her camera and leaves, telling the ghost, I'm going. So what exactly happened? According to Helen, during the experience, she felt, I quote, "an intense electrical feeling down the right side of my face and head." Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list? Were there any ghosts that we missed? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and perhaps we can do a part 2. Before I go though, I just want to respond to a few comments from one of our last videos. Top 5 scary times people were quarantined. Adam Jenks said, "Who would have thought we would entertain ourselves on quarantine by watching videos of other historical pandemic/quarantines? It's because we're morbid people, Adam Jenks. It's why I watch quarantine films while in quarantine, aka I watch Wreck." Josh Inbama said, "One day in 100 years, they'll be showing pics of us with the coronavirus going on. That is very true, and that is very terrifying. Imagine if one day in 100 years, they're still living life indoors, and outside is a world unknown. You never know." Carolyn Hitsugaya said, "I believe it would be awesome to be Lucy's friend. She's the scariest person I've seen on the internet, and people like that are people I like to be around." Wow, I'm the scariest person on the internet? That means a lot. Thank you. My mum would be proud. Kitty would be proud. Gabriel Solomon said, "Lucy, people are truly afraid of you now. I'm sorry." Why are they just afraid of me now? I thought you guys were afraid of me already. Did I do something particularly scary? Let me know. Vincent Malab said, "It's been a month since the Queen Mother of all SCP, Lucy, is being contained by the SCP Foundation wearing an orange jumpsuit. I think she's planning a prison break along with the other SCPs. She's just waiting for the moment the coronavirus to get lost and start the uprising. Don't give away all my secrets. Also, I would never wear an orange jumpsuit. Just black. Black is my favorite color. Just kidding, it's blue." And on that note, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another scary vid. And until next time, see you later.